This is Reverend Bob Levy from RadioMisfits.com network.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Louis Twitchels Centanni from MTV and Artie Lange Show, and of course Levy Land, and you're listening to give me a second. PBR Podcast, brother.
Hit it! Sophisticated
podcast revolution. Now tell me something good. Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? Pizza Beer Revolution. Mike Polano, Derek D. We're back at the Speakeasy, which is nice.
We are back at the Speakeasy. It feels good to be back.
It is. We don't always record here. Sometimes we're up in the city. We're Fastlane Daily or wherever. But we're back at the Speakeasy.
Back in it.
And we have two very special guests sitting down. The Reverend Bob Levy.
Good to be here, man.
Yeah. Twitchels, what's going on, my man?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? Good to have you.
Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming down, man.
Hey, man, it was a long ride from Artie's place because everybody's scared about the storm. And it says, well, big storm, heavy winds. It's not coming to fucking Monday, but everybody's got to stop and look at the fucking sign.
Yeah, there's some supermarkets that are already like shelves are cleared out. It's like, what are you? Come on.
I got shit in my house that is in a closet, you know what I mean, that I can live on for a fucking month.
Yeah.
And these fucking people got to run out to get fucking milk.
And it's always the water first. Like on the news this morning, they're showing how all the grocery stores, all the water's gone off the shelves.
Twitchels, we gotta stop. We gotta pump the brakes for 1 second. We need a disclaimer. We gotta tell everybody. You have some noises coming out.
I love the look on your face.
I want to get. I don't know how to really say it, but we want to get it out, right?
He's got a fucking disease.
You're gonna call it a disease?
Yeah, because it affects me more than it affects him.
You're an anti-Tourette type.
No, because I got to deal with this fucking noise and it flips me out. How would you like it? It's like having a parrot in your fucking car.
Mike, Derek, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to explain that. Because yes, I mean, even though it's 2015 right now, there's still a lot of people that aren't too aware of what Tourette syndrome is and of the disorder. I have Tourette syndrome. It's a neurological disorder. Causes involuntary movements, facial tics, vocal tics as well, which you'll be hearing a lot of, grunting and whatnot, and sometimes shouting, and it's all uncontrollable. It's a neurological disorder, and it makes for one hell of a car ride with Bob Levy.
Yeah.
Twitchels, I want to kind of like...
That's going to make for one hell of a PBR podcast.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And I'm stoked about it.
I felt like it was important to for listeners of PBR that don't know who you are to know what was going on.
Oh yeah,
right
man.
off the bat. But I want to I don't know. I want to use your Tourette's. We have an intern that is running around here that we hate. His name is Dennis.
Okay.
And we need him. He's not here. We yell, Dennis! Like we like to yell for him. So listen, Twitchels, at any point,
like a tick, right?
It's perfect. So anytime you feel the urge to yell some shit, yell for Dennis.
Very cool.
And if he does happen to come, feel free to just slap him right in the face because he's not going to help you with what you need.
Be like, Dennis, fucking jackass. That's not even Tourette's. That's just a jersey.
Yeah. But Louis got Tourette's so bad he'll probably smack himself in the face.
Right on.
But he's a good man. He's a good man.
Well, guys, thank you again. I know you're kind of like doing the podcast tour right now, right?
Yeah, basically, and we're all in that podcast movie together.
Oh, that's right.
That's going to be fucking really big. We got some big names in there, and it's going to take off because this is the future, man. To listen to it whenever you can't beat this shit.
No, you can't.
Know?
It's on demand. It's on demand anytime you want. I mean, I wanted to ask you. You were on the Howard Stern show for a long time.
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, I listen pretty frequently now. Are you ever on? In the recent years, or
No, not since the NYPD Blue came to my house.
Oh man,
should we not talk about that?
Well, no, it's like when I'm not good at breakups. You know what I mean? Whether it's a woman or no, it's basically they tried to fuck me over when I wanted to go to O&A, and then they said I attacked security and I was banned from the building, and then I went on my show and said I was going to kill Howard and his wife.
Yeah, maybe that.
In a comedic sort of way, of course.
No, I figured somebody, anybody like us will say, call up and go, hey, what's going on, Bob? You don't fucking just call the NYPD,
Right.
the FBI is involved.
I mean, that's what we are. We're stand-up comics, and there shouldn't be this political bullshit. I mean, I did
not
the Opie
my
and Anthony
deal.
show for years. He did Howard Stern for years.
Yeah.
And we should be able to bounce back and forth for different shows. It's what we do. We plug our shit.
That's kind of like a thing right now, right? Even Seinfeld was saying, like, you can't do those college tours anymore because
Nah.
people get offended.
They
Is
always-
Howard getting to that point too, where the shock jock is becoming offended?
No, it's just that it was time to move on, and when I find it time to move on, I just wanted to be on another show, and I could have been on that at the beginning. I just went with Howard because at the time that was the show to be on, and I was there for 8 years, and then for that, that's longer than any marriage I've ever had.
Yeah, right.
Actually, all three combined.
You're on your third, right?
Yeah, and by and not being able to talk to somebody to say my side just pissed me off. So I figured if I say something crazy, somebody's going to call me.
Yeah.
And then nobody did. And the cops came and they go, you can't, I'm doing my show. And my wife knocks on the door and she goes, the NYPD Blues outside. What'd you do now? Like they're there every fucking week. But they're out there with my cops with the fucking lights on because they have to escort them into the town. And, they think a fucking criminal lives there.
Yeah, it did go a little too far.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is fucking crazy. And the cops are going, you can't do that. I go, listen, I wasn't going to do it. I go, if I wanted him dead, he would be fucking dead. And they go, Bob, you can't say that either.
You're a comedian, man. Like,
Right.
I don't, you know what I mean? Look, it was trying to get somebody's attention that I worked for 8 years and I wouldn't let him know what his people were doing. Look, if somebody was fucking around and saying that I was doing something, right? And the guy ends up being a psycho and he comes and, shoots me or something like that, and I don't know about it, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I'd say.
I wanted him to know what his people were doing, but they're all rats, you understand? They're fucking, when you have no fucking talent, to kiss the boss's ass is the best thing to do, and I don't fucking kiss ass, ladies.
The Reverend Bob Levy, ladies and gentlemen.
I go deep.
He's
man.
in the flesh.
I go in deep. If there's a log in there, I'll put a dent in it. I will.
Mike, Derek, I got to tell you, Howard Stern and Bob Levy are two completely different, extremely unique talents. And anybody that had the privilege to listen to them for as long as they were together,
radio.
Wasn't it a wonderful ride?
It was, but I just wish that he could have had somebody call after 8 years of me writing and waking up at 6 in the morning to write and to listen and.
So you were in studio every day?
No, I was home a lot, but I was up there. I was in the family, but I was kind of outside. So that means I wasn't making. 10 million a year. I was making 200 a show to do my own show, Miserable Men. But I didn't mind.
Show.
Do you understand? Because I made my own money. Do you understand?
Yeah,
when
man.
they said, "Would you want monies for a roast?" They said, "No, just give me plugs. I'll make my own fucking money."
That's admirable.
Well, that's the way to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if you can't make your own money, then you're fucked. And I'd rather have it in my hands than. Somebody give me a fucking little check. What am I going to do with that?
Cash it. No, I get what you're saying.
I'm embarrassed to cash those checks.
But one of the reasons I brought it up is because he talks about, Howard Stern talks about like how he's never going to podcast or anything. And we always talk about like that it's now and that's the future. And if he has a contract coming up, if that goes away, then like he could sit at home and just do this.
Why? He's fucking 60-something years old,
Yeah.
okay? He's got a model wife. He's got huge fucking houses. Just lay there by the pool with a nice drink.
And just
That's what you want.
And just have a day.
I mean, really, what the fuck more do you want to do? I mean, really?
Yeah,
are you
we can't argue with that.
Yeah, are you afraid maybe that she's going to leave you if you're not in the spotlight? Look, you've done it. Fucking retire. Things have changed.
But you guys are right about podcasts. Not only is it the future, I mean, me and Bobby, we talk about this all the time. With podcasts, you get to have so much more freedom, man. Let it go, Mike. Just like I let the ticks go. If you want to laugh at it, feel free, man. And look, I made it, Bob will tell tell you, I made a career out of embracing my disorder, and it's not only therapeutic, it's the best way for me to just live my life.
And
dude.
I've
So-
made a career of getting away from that fucking thing.
Wait, let me ask you. You were on True Life.
Yeah, I've been-
That's when I first saw you a long time ago.
Cool.
And I saw you on that. And
Yeah, I've been very blessed. I did about the latest special I did about 4 months ago with MTV. Throughout the past 10 years, I've done 14 specials with MTV. Been very blessed that I got to. I was a guest regular on Opie and Anthony for several years, and yeah, man, I learned how to take a negative and turn it into a positive, and stand-up comedy has been that outlet for at least with my disorder. But now it's funny with acting because I've been an actor since I was 7. I've been in the Screen Actors Guild for
when you read lines,
much
you don't
longer than that.
twitch at all, right?
Something about the creative focus. I don't tick when I act, and it's almost like I think it was your buddy Joe I was talking to, Matt, and you too, Derek, about the Philadelphia Phillies player Jim Eisenreich, who had Tourette's syndrome. Same thing with him when he was up to bat. You very rarely saw him twitch. It's something about that creative focus that all people with Tourette's, everybody with Tourette's.
Yeah, because you don't have to think about what you're going to say. It's already prepared for you, right?
Yeah, well, not just that. It's also for me, at least when I act, it's like I'm in such a creative focus in such a zone where it's almost like, in my mind at least, I'm playing a character and a character that doesn't have Tourette's. It's so fascinating. First of all, Tourette's syndrome is such a fascinating disorder to begin with, let alone the fact that I gotta stress everybody with Tourette's is different. So not everyone.
Yeah, he don't have the
is
good
same.
kind.
What's the good kind?
The cursing one.
That's called coprolalia. That's the technical
that
term
would be
for it,
fucking
yeah.
great. You know what I mean? You're in church and he's like,
we can't invite him to the wedding. He's a great guy. We just can't invite him to the wedding. He's gonna yell out C words.
I had a coach in high school. His name was Mike. I'll leave his last name out, but I'm so sorry, but we called him Mike. And he used to he was like special teams coach, and he would get us fired up.
Special teams.
Yeah, right. So it'd be like kickoff, and like we'd all get out there, and he's like, "All right, guys." Come on! We're trying to get fired up to go hit somebody, and
That's awesome.
get out there. But, I don't look at you. You called it a negative, Twitchels. I don't. Why would you? That's not a negative, man. That's you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, when I say negative, I mean when people like Bob said in the beginning, like disease, disorder, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I got to admit, this is a very interesting condition to have, and it's not like cancer or leukemia or something like something straightforward that
well,
like,
we can dream.
I love the zingers Bob's throwing.
Twitchels, it could be a lot worse, man.
Exactly,
I suffer as well.
What do you got?
I have a short frenulum, and Bob,
have a what?
I have a short frenulum, and
He has no friends.
No, I have a short frenulum, and by what you were saying before about like putting dents in logs, a frenulum is the line under your tongue.
Wait, are you being for real right now?
I swear to God, I'm tongue-tied.
I'm learning something. Okay,
I'm tongue-tied, right? So we all have the line. Yeah, mine's really short, so I'll stick out my tongue. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I just stuck it out.
Are you serious? That's it?
That's it. Like everybody stick out your tongue to the camera. Everybody can stick out their tongues. That's it.
Yeah,
I
but
love
I'm tongue-tied.
Yeah, he could. We would know what he could do with his tongue.
Right? So if you were me, you'd be hating it.
I'd fucking be out of
You
business.
put no dents and no logs.
I mean, you can't even get
I can hardly taste my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up. Now, can you get it cut like Gene Simmons?
You know what? All joking aside, when I am tongue-tied, and when I went to the doctor as a kid because I stuttered. You know,
Okay, and
I
that
would
had
get
to do with it?
No, yeah, well, 100%. Not so much a stutter as they called it tongue-tied. So I would slur my words, mumble mouth.
Okay.
Right?
Mush mouth.
Mush mouth.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
from Hey Bafab Albert, right?
Hey,
and
but you were gonna rape that girl, boy?
Oh my
Wow,
God.
too soon? And they wanted to cut it, man. And my parents were like, well, what is it going to take if you cut it? What's the downfall? And they're like, oh, nothing. Probably just like 10 years of speech therapy, learning how to talk again. And I was like, nah, you know what?
geez.
Yeah.
I'll learn how to enunciate.
See, and that's what you did, Mike. You took that and you embraced it.
Yeah, man.
And that same thing with me. Like, there's no cure for Tourette syndrome. And first of all, only an estimated about 300 to 400,000 Americans have Tourette. So we're a rare breed to begin with. And the only, the closest thing they got to almost a permanent cure, and it doesn't work in all the cases, is deep brain stimulation, which means basically, like what you were saying about your tongue, they would cut your tongue, 10-year speech therapy. Deep brain stimulation is basically cutting into your brain and trying to do the rewiring. And like, okay, I'd rather twitch and have to deal with this naturally and make the best of it than actually have brain surgery to try to cure this. What's my biggest thing? What's my biggest negative? I have difficulty shaving,
And
for Christ's
how
sakes.
the fuck would you keep his head still, Tom? operate.
Yeah.
His head would be all over.
You should open a salon.
Well, what?
right? That'd be great.
Or just make a commercial. Yeah.
One thing I think is interesting though, like,
I'm sorry. You need to get your
should
Uber
see-
license, bro.
Dude, I don't drive. I just turned
He
30.
can't
by the
drive.
way.
That was,
Yeah. We almost had a show on MTV, right?
I did a pilot with the show.
They spent $20,000 to come to my house and film it, right? And
Because the concept was, and it did happen in real life too, but they wanted to make it into a show. I ended up moving into Bobby's house.
for 6 months of fucking hell. Like I said, it sounded like there was birds in the house. He thought my dogs, like I taught them how to make fun of him.
To this day, I know you fucking did. You're lying.
No.
You're lying.
I come home. I let him watch my dogs one night. I come home and he goes, "The one dog peed," and I go, "Well, why don't you take her out?" And he goes, "Well, you taught her how to make fun of me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I go, "The dog was going,
And it wasn't like a normal bark. No, it really was. The dog was imitating. I had this one vocal tip. I told you different ticks come and go. And I took her go, And the dog wasn't going up to me going, arf, 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 arf. It was going, just like my tick.
But he
I'm
wanted
like,
to go out. That's what that thing was. And I was like, "You think I have time to fucking teach my dog to make fun of you?" I mean,
but this fucker would do that.
I would do that if I could.
or if you had a parrot, maybe.
A fucking parrot. I wish he had a parrot. That would be the fucking best. A parrot with Tourette's. Could that be possible?
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
that's a show in itself, though. Just like jobs that Twitchell shouldn't do. You know?
Yeah. There's like a
You
lot
guys,
of-
you got to see. First of all, I've been doing stand-up for over 12 years, and I owe everything to this man right here. I learned everything from the Reverend Bob Levy.
A lot of people have.
All hail the mighty Bob Levy. And I got to tell you, dude, you got to come to a live show. Because it's funny. Everything you're saying, a lot of it, all my act is based on truth and all my experiences from life. And I touch on that. I talk about jobs that aren't necessarily ideal for someone with Tourette's, or at least in my case. But no, it's not to say that people with TS can't do all types of things. There's doctors, airline pilots that have TS. Can you imagine that? Fucking pilots that have Tourette's. But again, there's different levels of severity.
Yeah.
And as you get older, the one silver lining about Tourette's is that there is, in most cases, as you get older, you are able to manage it and manipulate it a little bit more and control it to a degree. But there's triggers like caffeine, stress, nerves, anxiety. These are all things
Now, what if,
that
can you
trigger.
drink? Like, what if you got drunk? Are you more
it
chill?
just, well, it doesn't make the tics go away. It just brings to it slows it down.
Yeah.
I see.
You know?
But see, but I think like when you're doing stand up though, I bet you people that never seen you, they're kind of like, wait, are we allowed to laugh? Can we laugh?
No, we
And then-
make an announcement.
That's what I'm saying. You make
Yeah.
sure.
That's
so
so
like they're
brilliant they
laughing
said that,
with
right?
you.
Exactly.
And they're definitely like, and because you did something before where you were talking in your cadence, you went, and it like almost like you were rhyming, and it was like, and I don't know
That's why I
what
kinda
I'm gonna
laughed,
do,
man.
and it was like kind of it flowed well.
He's almost like a Tourette rapper.
Yeah, say.
I was gonna say, I
To rapper.
listen to rap music. To rapper. But yeah, whenever I listen to rap music, it's fascinating. That's why I keep saying I can't say that word enough. Tourette's is really one of the most fascinating disorders, diseases, whatever the fuck you want to call it. When I listen to rap music, sometimes I'll find myself subconsciously ticking to the beat. I'll be like.
So, like, what's your favorite?
I'm not even aware
What's your
of
favorite song of all time, rap or otherwise?
Like
lyric. What's your favorite lyric?
Four Non-Blondes.
All right, so
what's going on? I
so
love that
give
song.
me some lyrics. I don't want you to sing it, but give me some lyrics from Four Non-Blondes right now. Any lyric, just.
Awake in the morning and I step outside and
Oh, see, I wanted to see. I wanted to see, right?
If you tick,
That's
I like that song better. It sounded better that way.
What's going on? This is a fun fucking song to sing. I love it.
it is a fun song.
But yeah, sometimes with the singing, it's almost like the same thing with the acting.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but like again, the more I talk about it, and that's why on stage it's the complete opposite with my stand-up. My tics are much more visible because I'm talking about the disorder. I'm being myself. I'm not acting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what, and especially with the nerves and anxiety. Bobby will tell you, my tics are always at its worst whenever I'm doing stand-up, which actually works out for the better because it's not only is it therapeutic for me to get the tics out, but yeah, I'm making light of it.
Can you
in a fun way.
imagine being like, look at the sweat he built up already, just from like
I
shaking.
got fucking Tourette DNA all over your mics.
No, but like, can you,
Tourette DNA.
It is. This is
That's right.
insane.
That's
but,
where Dennis sits.
yeah, but you understand, like to move, like just move all day. day. You know, I'm fucking lazy. I sit on the couch. I don't even fucking move.
Jeez, the Rev over here.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you brought up the dogs.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question. You're not a social media guy. We were talking off camera over a slice of pizza about Facebook.
Facebook, it's very hard when you have so many. I want to get them all together in one.
There was a video that was circulating. You're into animal rescue. I rescued my dog. I'm a hero as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody, you should not buy a fucking
No,
dog.
you shouldn't. You're an ass if you do, right?
Yeah.
Go rescue one. But I wanted to ask you this. There was a video of these two animal activists who they beat up a homeless man and stole his puppy from him. Because they didn't.
Animal activists?
Yes, man. They beat him up and stole his puppy and filmed it. It was all on camera, claiming that they were rescuing this dog.
You know what?
Horrible,
Most of those dogs love their owners. You know what I mean? He probably takes care of that dog. I know he takes care of that dog.
Better than
more
That's all he. That's all.
That's all
he
he's
knew.
got.
Yeah.
You have to believe me. Dogs are very good for homeless people. They're very good for vets that come back. You know what I mean? That's why we're going
And
to
the
get a lot of
handicapped blind
training
people,
dogs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
People with short frenulums, you know.
Short
Let's not forget them.
Yeah, I mean, like, we always, even if we get a dog, she'll go and, buy, somebody selling it on Craigslist. They'll use them as bait dogs. So what she does is she'll buy the dog, bring it home. We'll keep it for a couple of days and then find it at home and we give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they get put
They
down.
go into a kill shelter.
Kill shelters we really want to put an end to. I want to try to work with on that stuff. And
What's the answer to that though? Because I guess stray dogs that get put into kill shelters, there's really nowhere for them to go. So
this is this,
and I'm totally against them. Let me put that on the table.
No, I know. The only real thing that you can do at this point, truthfully, and basically, you would have to basically put down, like, to start all over. You'd have to put down
like
reset. And every animal that is born has a chip, and the owner, would be responsible. And if this dog is, is left somewhere or something or abused in that shit, he has to pay a huge fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every dog has something that says who owns it, because otherwise, you're not going to get rid of all these cats. You know what I mean? Non-kill shelters, send them to kill shelters. You understand that?
Yeah.
Right.
To keep their record clean.
And I feel like there's way more. Is there way more cats than there is
There
dogs?
is.
Yeah,
There
I was just
right?
going to say, Derek, I think you're right.
There's always more pussy.
Oh, I set it up. He knocks it down, my friend.
I love, by the way, how Mike and Derek ask you such an intelligent question. And I love the way Bob answers things. Like you answer a question about that. Well, okay, here's my solution to the dog problem. You get chips.
No, they
put
should
chips
be.
in the neck and fuck the owners and problems.
No, but then you hire.
He didn't tick it all during that.
No.
Yeah.
See, because I was acting like Bob. But no, he's right. I mean, what are you going to do with the population? They're
You
breeding.
can't at this point. So you're gonna have to get it down. But then if somebody gets a dog, it gets a chip. You know what I mean? And if you get rid of the dog, you have to pay a fine. You know what I mean? And there's no way you should be selling the dog. If you have a fucking kid, you're gonna give your kid
I
away?
would never even consider about parting with my dog who's here running around, man. Like, I don't understand.
I
that.
would
beautiful
never.
dogs, by the way.
Thank you.
I have dog insurance. Do you understand?
Yeah, me too.
I use it for Lewis because he doesn't have any insurance. I dress him up like a fucking poodle.
Who's he fucking kidding? I'm a tax write-off to Bob.
Yeah.
I used to say, like, to Pam, my girlfriend, we have Hank together, and I used to say to her, like, jokingly,
Yeah.
if this dog, if he gets sick when he was a puppy, like before I ever had a dog, if he gets sick, that's it. It's cheaper, right? But now that I've had him for 2 years, like, I take that all back. But we now have puppy insurance because, let's be honest, all of a sudden he chokes on something or you got to get a $5,000 surgery. That's a big nut to crack, man.
Yeah.
So you're right, dude. He has a chip. We have puppy insurance for him. We're good parents to him. As weird as that sounds.
All the shots are free. People don't realize all the shots are free. You could take him in any time, even if he's just not feeling good, you take him in and you go, ew.
Yeah.
Like he said.
That's the reaction.
And you know, like I'm there with the dogs all the time. I have 4 puggles and a black lab. Wait, African American lab.
Gotta be politically correct.
Yeah, I know.
now.
It's fucking nuts of a country. It's fucking. I don't know what happened to this country.
You know, we were just talking about it before. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
It's over, man.
Oh, I feel so bad because I raised my son to, I told him everything about me growing up. And I said, really, you don't want to do that. But, I said...
Don't be like
what
me.
I did do the opposite.
Yeah, no, but I said, like, if you see somebody getting picked on, stand up for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, people should be able to go to school and learn. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest problem. The teachers turn their backs on shit, and shit's got to be taken care of. And there should be metal detectors going into school. We spend all this money. We found water on Mars. Big fucking shit. You know what I mean?
What's that doing for me here?
Exactly.
Now?
You know how much money they spent on that to find out that there's water? There's no way we're going to send up fucking wood to build houses to fucking Mars.
And how many issues could have been solved with that money instead
Exactly.
of
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point. Yeah, like I just did a story on my show today. The new Bond movie, Spectre, they wasted $37 million wrecking Aston Martins.
Jeez.
37 mil. It's the most ever in the history of television.
Just think what you can
Of
do
movies.
with that money. Okay.
37 mil.
Okay, in this country, certain areas in people live in poverty, okay? So, like, I live pretty close to Camden, right? But instead of waiting, like, for Baltimore to be a riot, you know what I mean? Because it's a bad neighborhood and people got to do what they got to do to survive. Instead of spending $600 million to fix it up after it happened, you go in there with $6 million and you get volunteers and help everybody's house out. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody, you don't have excuses anymore.
Right.
Everybody has an equal chance, and I think everyone has an equal chance once you come out of your mom's anyway. But it's up to you. It's not, you know what I mean?
I mean, even think of $1,000. What could you do with that? Now imagine, $1 million. All the good you could do with just $1 million, and you're right, $36 million.
You get a hooker.
I think you guys are looking at it all wrong.
Did you say you get a hooker?
No, I'm saying we should colonize Mars.
Well,
I'm dead serious. Like I look at it such the other way.
Well, we run out of resources here. You might have a
We're
point.
gonna run out of resources here. Like this planet's done.
Because we're letting everybody in this country and they're drinking our water.
All right, ready, guys? Truthfully, when do you think? Do you think in our lifetime,
what?
it's going to end? The world with the global warming, with the running out of resources.
Fuck
what do you
the
think?
global warming. I like it when it's
whatever the reason is that
there's
we're
no
throwing
difference
that
than there was years ago. Here's another thing.
Will we be here when it
No,
ends?
we
Will
got to
we?
worry about these other countries that are going to blow us up and we're going to blow. That's how it's going to end.
Well, there's a couple things. Number one, I do want to talk about that. Like, if you follow along, we were just talking about this, what Russia did in Syria, right?
Crazy with the missile launch, and they said it wasn't ISIS.
Right. So here's like, just to break it down. I don't want to bore people. It's not a political show, but a 3-star general, a Russian general, walks into the embassy in Syria where he shouldn't even be in the country and hands a letter over to our embassy and says, "Get your planes out of the airspace. We're bombing in an hour."
Yeah.
When does that ever fly with the United States? When do we let people do that? What did we do about it? Nothing. Who did they bomb?
So that's
not ISIS.
And hear all this. So that's what we did. So we had an hour warrant, and we did nothing about it.
Did nothing about it. And it wasn't ISIS that they bombed. So put that on the back burner. That's not what I think is going to end it all. What I think is going to end it all are the computers.
Really?
That's a fascinating point. No, he's got a point there, I think.
Yeah, man. Anything that you could think of and put into a movie eventually becomes reality, right? Even if you look at Star Trek online and Google what from Star Trek now exists, right?
Yeah.
We have the
drones,
phones,
touchscreen phones, yeah.
touchscreen phones. We have X-rays from Star Trek.
Right.
We don't teleport, but we FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We talk on all that. We fly through space. There's all kinds of
Things
shit from
you
Star
never
Trek.
would have
right?
imagined possible.
And the one thing that people, and you could do that with Back to the Future. The one thing that blows my mind that people just overlook is the movie Terminator. And take the time traveling out of it. In Terminator, the problem was Skynet. What is Skynet? It was an interconnecting web of communication for computers. The internet. It exists, people. It's been around since like 1985 or whatever, right?
Scary
And
thought,
now
man.
look at the robots, the drones, the robot. Like our military isn't people on the ground. It's like kids behind screens with robots.
Yeah.
Wait until that turns. You know what I mean? Wait until And I don't know if it's going to be like computers gain consciousness and
I was
I'll
gonna
be back.
say,
You know what I mean?
And I'll be back.
Human emotion. I'll be back.
You know what I
Human
mean?
emotion.
I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but like think about the crazy computer geniuses that you're looking to do your Facebook pages start to take over shit because they can and we don't know how to. How are you going to stop that? And that's going to destroy this planet.
Yeah.
Scary thought.
Wow, I just went on a whole dissertation. You know what? I want to know what
you got deep, man.
I want to know what Arnold Schwarzenegger really thinks about it because he was in Terminator. Arnold, do you agree?
No, I don't agree. First of all, I am the Terminator. I'm a good one. I get my guns. I shoot all the stupid computer.
So wait, you are a computer.
Where's my maid?
Arnold, it's not about maids, it's about Russia and ISIS.
Hello. This is Arnold. What are you
rebooting?
I'm rebooting. I'm a computer trying to...
Arnold, you sound pretty sick. Do you think you have a tumor, maybe?
I got the tumor.
It is not
a tumor. It's a
Good
virus.
setup, Twitchell. It was a softball, man.
Mike.
It was a softball, and you missed it.
No.
No, it's a virus.
He's the only one that missed a high five, too.
Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to high five through this.
And look,
No, it's the Tourette's, too.
not for nothing, guys. Yes, the Tourette's and the twitching's making me sweat a lot, but I'm the only one that has this bright fucking light.
No, we all have
all
that,
do.
man.
No, you got the little shiny, what the little like
Twitchell,
No,
it's the
you have that
same-
too.
It's the same rig, man.
It's the same thing.
Everything's the same.
Don't say rig around him.
Yeah, no. Oh my, I think. All right, I'm an ass.
Do you want me to turn the light down? I'll turn it down. a
Oh
little
no,
bit.
it's fine. No, dude, I'm so low maintenance.
Oh, fuck.
There you go.
Is that better?
That makes it so much better. Now it's just in my left fucking eye. You're gravy, bro. That's fine. But that's crazy, man. You're absolutely right. Because you think if computers, that's so scary how that might be the end of us.
Yeah, man. Everybody's so fast to jump into it. We all have our phones out. I mean, look at this table, man.
This thing never leaves my fucking hand.
And that's the scary part. You know what I mean? Like, think about what's facing you right now. There's a camera facing you right now. You might not think it's active. No, not even the one I have facing you. On your phone, Bob. That camera's facing you right now. You don't think that they can access that at any point they want?
turn it on.
You don't think on 9/11 they accessed all of the phones in the area and got all that?
I've had.
Well,
Well, what?
9/11, there wasn't really cameras on the phone. There was.
Yes, there were.
Well, even if it wasn't, they still had the technology way before it was out.
Oh, sure.
Right? You know, that's why we need Donald Trump in office, right, Donald?
Yeah.
Tell you something. It's gonna be huge.
What is?
I'm fantastic.
I mean, I love the way you have the Mexicans building the wall.
They're gonna build it. We're gonna make them build it. Get on the other side of it. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna make it gold, and it's gonna say Trump right at the top. Fantastic.
Arnold, what do you think about that?
No, I think it's a great idea. First, I'll grab them next. I throw them over like kegs and like in the strong man right over the wall. Let me tell you something, Arnold. You're fantastic.
Arnold and
I don't know if that's going to be a good
wow,
idea.
everybody,
Rambo.
Rambo's
here.
Those lies in the building.
You know, you can't be like showing people over the wall and that. You know what I mean?
Arnold, you gonna let him just count what you're saying?
No, we're gonna team up together. He's gonna box them, and I can throw them. He boxes, I throw. No.
I gotta ask Adrian. You know, I don't know. She's a little upset. The fish died, cuff and link.
Twitchell, did you?
Wait, hold on. While we have Stallone here, the new movie Creed's coming out. What do you think of that?
I think I should have got out of this fucking idea of this movie about 10 years ago. I mean, my grandson's fighting fucking AIDS on this one.
Oh my god.
Twitchell.
I gotta admit, this is all so scary. Oh, Dorothy. Let's get out of the U.S.
He's listening to Cowardly Lion.
That's all I
Oh,
fucking
that's great. I didn't know if you started to go into a Tourette's fit or if you were
I was ready to throw water on his face.
Is he having a fucking seizure?
Hey, I tell you know what I mean? This kid, he's got Tourette's. It ain't easy being dead, you know?
Hey, Rodney.
Wow. I had no idea I was going to be sitting down with so many celebrities today. Fantastic.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh.
Oh, babe.
That's right. I never said the N-word.
Oh, he said the ER.
Dennis, make a note. We're going to have to bleep that one out.
Dennis!
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look this up, and I should have. By the way, the Reverend Bob Levy we have here, over how many, 30 years you've been doing stand-up comedy?
25.
25 years. Well, how'd you get the Reverend?
Jackie the Joke Man made
Jackie
it
the
up.
Joke Man.
Yeah, because I was really dirty and I had an off show, my second one. And he just, the audience was appalled, And he goes, "Hey, how about a hand for the Reverend?" As a goof. And it just stuck. It's great. But
it's a great like hook.
Yeah, people will remember it. People don't remember just a regular name at the beginning, so it was something they remember. Oh, that Reverend guy, you remember?
Nice.
The Reverend Bob. Same thing with Twitchels. When I did season 3 of The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, like most people, they found my Tourette's endearing and like almost like the cute puppy dog type.
Were you in
thing.
that whole season?
Oh no, just in the beginning of one of the episodes, and Nicole Richie jumps up on my lap. It's just us talking, me, Paris, and Nicole, and they're joking about the Tourette's. And she jumps up on my lap. Nicole Richie gives me a big hug and kisses me and says, "I love you, Twitchels." And that's the first I ever heard the name, and it just kind of fucking stuck,
Yeah.
Just
I think it works. Yeah.
I mean, nicknames stick. Every Thanksgiving, they still call me asshole, Uncle Asshole. It's like
that's the weirdest fucking
sticks,
thing,
right?
Like when I go over for Thanksgiving now, people in my, are getting older, and like my brother's wife, I'll be like, I'll say fuck, And she's like, "Oh, can you not say that word?" But it's like, come on, please.
You invited me here. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you're a terrible fucking cook.
I guess that's one way to definitely use it.
That's what sucks when you go over and you gotta go. Let's stop on the way home and get something to eat. That was fucking awful, But some people.
That's what I love about
can't...
this man. What you see is what you get. He does not hold back.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
My wife doesn't cook. You know what I mean? She goes, "Look, she wanted I got a $20,000 kitchen, but she won't fucking cook. She cooks like twice a week, and that shit. But it's better. It's cheaper to actually just order something and pick it up and bring it home than it is to fucking. Who wants to sit and make something? Truthfully.
Well, sometimes I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man.
Okay, but that's different.
Yeah.
That's fucking what men should do. You know what I mean? You
I like grilling and
I
cooking.
love bloody fucking meat because I'm like a vampire. I go out to eat. She goes, "Hey, who fucking owns a knife like that?" I go, "Fucking I do. You shut the fuck up." And I got blood. Like when I'm eating.
Now I know why he's had 3 wives. All right.
Yeah, where are the other 2, Bob?
They were very tasty.
Oh
No, but I mean, like when I eat, I fucking eat to fucking I fucking eat like an animal, like a caveman, and that's why she goes, "I can't even watch you eat." I go, "Well, then don't look at me."
Yeah, he does.
Turn around.
Yeah, I love a bloody steak. She goes, "You're gonna get sick." I go, "I don't get fucking meat is not gonna." I fucking used to drink a gallon of tequila. I've done coke fucking most of my fucking
all
life.
the drugs and alcohol, this man, I guarantee you a fucking rare burger isn't going to be the thing that does it, man.
I must have a yard of duty in my intestines from eating ass.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say, dude? What'd you say?
Duty. But I'm saying, and that's going to fucking get me
I'm sorry,
sick.
I mean, sleep music. Say it again one more time.
Well,
Duty.
And think about it. Bear Grylls is grabbing elephant dung and squeezing the water out into his mouth
to survive.
But I'm saying
He's got a camera crew.
he didn't
Let him do it.
but he didn't get sick. So I'll eat a raw steak, not a raw steak, a
where
rare
you're going?
steak.
Rare steak.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
How are you equating squeezing elephant dung into your mouth to a rare
No,
steak?
saying that because the Reverend over here was just saying how his wife's like, how can you eat that? It's like, well, if
she's saying how can you eat like that?
like that and
like that,
like
and
that.
how red it is.
How red is that?
She goes, "It's not cooked." She'll overcook fucking anything. Grilled cheese comes out fucking black, like that burger that came out of Burger King.
Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Wait, what?
The Whopper. It's coming out for Halloween.
black
It's black.
bun.
Ew, no.
Black bun. Yeah, they first did it
Yeah.
in Asia, and the cheese was black
you're
too.
fucking kidding me, right?
No, but the
No.
bun is black. It's made from A1 sauce in the dough
Yeah.
and some other. I don't
That's
eat fast
disgusting.
food, so I'm not. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
it's
That's
like
disgusting.
the look of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the visual appeal of food has a lot to do with what. It's not
it's
just
a
your
black
taste buds.
bun.
That
Yeah.
would turn me off completely.
Yeah.
And you're putting more garbage on garbage food. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're putting
Yeah.
the food coloring. It's
More
fucking-
shit you don't need.
Yeah. But look, fuck. I hope they go out of business. The fucking pricks.
I don't buy anything from there.
Yeah.
I was always a fan of the toys, though. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, doesn't matter. I always loved
The
the little toys.
toys?
The toys, like in Happy Meals.
Oh, like a Happy
Yeah,
Meal.
I love, like I was saying.
The Hamburgler.
The beautiful basement we're in right now, all the memorabilia here. This is a
Oh, yeah.
beautiful setup.
I just noticed.
I
the
love
number.
collectibles. I love collecting things like that. Not just signed memorabilia. I call them action figures. Bob says they're dolls, but
Yeah.
they're fucking action figures. But I love all
You
types of
put it in
stuff
your
like
ass,
that.
it's a doll.
What I do on my Tuesdays has nothing to do with you, fucker. But yeah, I love the toys because I love all types of collectible shit. So that's the weird, goofy side of me. Love collectibles. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one. That's a great segue.
The funny thing
That
is,
was like a song. That was like a.
when you're talking to Twitch or when Twitchel's talking, it's not as distracting as when he's not talking.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone just left the porn on in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When he stayed at my house and I heard him,
When you sleep, you
and
do
I'm
it?
thinking he's jerking off on the couch.
He's twitching.
and Yeah.
And that's a great question, Derek. I never knew officially because I'm asleep, so I didn't know if I tick. So when I was a lot younger, I did it twice. Probably around 12, and then around 15, I taped myself sleeping. And no, I didn't tick, but I have woken up before. I'm sorry.
What the fuck just happened there?
The sweat is lubricating my fucking ears, and now my ticks are making it slide off.
You can make it tight. Is it tighter? Make it tighter.
I like it tight. There we go.
There you go.
All right, you guys hear that sexy music playing in the background? It's a game we like to play. It's called Top or Bottom.
Okay.
All right.
Fuck.
I'm gonna read you 2 terms. We're gonna round table it. We're gonna start with you because it's tailored to you. If these 2 things were in a relationship, which one would be on the top and which one will be on the bottom?
Okay.
All right. Number 1, top or bottom, a breeder or a rescue. That's back to the dogs. Don't get excited.
A rescue would be on top, pounding the fuck out of a breeder.
Clearly, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you could do anything with a breeder, what would it be?
Probably say, look up, and then just punch him in the cock.
Twitchell, what do you think?
Dick punch.
I'd have to say rescue. Rescue's definitely on top for me. Yeah.
That means breeder on the bottom.
You should do some reggae.
No, the Jetsons.
Oh, yeah.
The ship that came.
Yeah.
But the is old, but it's coming back?
Well, like I said, different ticks come and go, but when I think about it, yeah, like it'll come. He tries to, he'll still
I can
imitate
make
my
him go,
ticks.
hey,
Stop. And he ants me up on purpose. Stop it. Fucking prick. You sound like you're doing a horrible Japanese impression.
You see?
Impression.
Asshole.
Derek D, breeder or rescue?
You have so many sound bites.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's true.
endless.
My family always growing up, we always got rescues. So rescue on top,
Nice.
breeder on the bottom. But isn't there something said like people that breed dogs? They do it in a they do it like
I don't
doing it
care
in
what
a
you say.
cared way.
No.
And what if
No.
they breed?
I'm sure they're
what if they
out there.
breed 2 rescues?
I don't know. That's different, you know. I'll tell you what. I'd say rescue 100% on top. But my neighbor always has yellow labs. One passed away. He got another one from a breeder, and I'm like, man, when you getting a dog from a breeder? Oh, I love those dogs.
Yeah.
This dog, although it's an awesome dog and we love it, is a midget. Right?
Really?
Not only it's a very short yellow lab. They're considering
like
it a midget. It's missing
customized
half
dog,
of its
yeah.
teeth, and at 6 months it had to have double shoulder replacement.
What?
You're telling me that those people are breeding properly?
No, I'm saying that, no. There's a lot of breeders.
That sounds
yeah,
like inbreeding.
They do like
dogs.
all weird
We
shit.
got our black lab from a fucking. We got 2 dogs from the Mennonites, the
From
Amish
the what?
people.
From the what?
They had them in a little fucking Mennonite. No, not things that you fuck.
Mennonite.
Oh, God, you don't.
Twitchell!
No, but you don't know. That's true.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What?
It's all
reality,
right.
based in reality.
He came out.
All comedies from truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The last 5 months ago, I just came out on my last MTV
Yeah.
special.
Okay.
I didn't want to hide anymore. I am what I am. Who gives a fuck?
Good for you, man.
2015, baby. Who gives
Any
a
of you
shit?
guys want to hold my job?
No. I'm good, but thanks.
How do you think I got this gig, Bob?
You guys have been good hosts. You got pizza and everything for
That's how we roll.
That's why when you asked to do the
No,
segment top or bottom, I was like, is this a trick fucking question?
Oh, no.
No, because like these Amish motherfuckers are making a lot. They got to be cracked down. You know what I mean? They think they have an Amish mafia. Go in there with a few fucking bats and
That show's all rigged, though.
I know.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing
Amish
is they're
mafia.
breeding these dogs to make money, and we got you got to get them out of there.
Or Michael
because-
Vicken over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking guy. My wife won't even watch.
He plays tonight.
Yeah.
He's the Steelers, right? He's on
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and
I'm all for second chances, but my God, what a fucking horrible.
But see,
horrible.
not to delve into that subject and go.
Yeah.
But
Meh.
not I do not condone it at all. But he was raised that was normal. Like just like
Adrian Peterson, he was raised normal to whip his kid.
Yeah,
he just had
not
another
that's
kid.
right. I'm not saying that's
he
right.
was raised the same way,
right? So you might deserve if you're changed, you deserve like. There's kids in ISIS. You see them like little kids, like, and they're practicing cutting off heads of like dolls and stuff.
Because from that year,
that's what they. It's all they know.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying it's right, of course, but like he did his time, and still you cannot.
I agree with that, man. Like if you do your time, you're changed. You did your time. Otherwise, you should kill everybody that does something wrong.
Especially if he's genuine. And I think it does seem like Michael Vick turned around and was very genuine.
Well, he used to put his dog at the PetSmart to play, where we used to put our dogs to play. And my wife wouldn't take it anymore because
because he was on the Eagles and you lived down. That's right.
Yeah, in the area.
And that's just it's to see an animal like that attacking another animal.
It's terrible, man.
I wouldn't.
I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I would just fucking go in there with a machine gun, kick the door open, and take him out, Arnold.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Top or bottom, number 2, Opie and Anthony or Howard Stern?
Well, it's Opie and Anthony separate now, but at this point, I would go Opie and Anthony would be a top and Howard would be a bottom. But years ago, I would have changed that before he calmed down.
You think that's because O and A even separated, do radio and podcasting, and they're reaching a broader audience than just people on satellite radio?
No, I mean, right now, Anthony's on his own. I did his show the other day.
And he's doing fabulous, man.
Yeah, he's got other shows on there, Legion of Skanks and a few other ones.
That's a great
Great
Yeah.
titles, right?
That's on satellite as well, right?
I know it's on Anthony's channel, and but like it's totally different. He said that they haven't spoken since he left.
Since the incident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that shocked me.
Wow.
I thought, when you're together, it's like it's like a band. The band breaks up, they don't talk for a little while.
There'll be a reunion at some point.
Yeah,
but why bite the hand that feeds you in a sense, right? You're still on the same channel. You're still promoting one another.
Not
well, no,
now.
Anthony's not on XM.
No, he's not.
He's on his own. I was in his he's got his own studio built in New York.
He did a beautiful job. Invested his own money and got a New York City studio, and he's got of course.
So where does he
sponsors.
broadcast?
He's doing it right. What is he doing? He does it via online. It's almost like a podcast.
Yeah, so it's
live.
basically a podcast.
Right,
Yeah, it's live, and
like
then it goes
television
into
too,
podcast.
Yeah,
And it's
brilliant.
got the cameras.
He's smart.
Yeah, no, but he's probably got the best that I've seen. Like it's basically TV and craziness.
And this is a close second.
Oh yeah,
This is a close second.
It's like fucking come down there. Why did you touch that little girl? I didn't touch it. What the fucking lights are so bright? I didn't know.
Trying to make you look good, Reverend.
Hey, I'm a pretty man, even after a long day. Goddamn.
Twitchell, O and A or Stern?
I got to be honest with you. Howard Stern is an absolute innovator, and growing up as a little kid, I think I speak for everyone when I say everybody knew who Howard Stern was, but especially me being a fan of comedy and talk radio, I idolized Stern. I didn't know who Opie and Anthony were even when I first started doing the show because I really didn't know anything about radio other than release Stern. But I got to give O&A credit because they got me my start in, I guess you could say, the public eye of radio, and they did so much for me in my career. And but like Bob said, they're two different completely beasts. They're two different beasts, Howard Stern and the Opie and Anthony show. But as Bob said, they're not, well, he didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Well,
You didn't. I was watching.
You didn't say that. No.
But yeah, O&A are no longer. It's Opie and Jim now on XM, and Anthony Cumia is doing his social. And I got to tell you something. Anthony, and back me up on this, Bob. Am I not right when I say this? Anthony Cumia is such a diverse talent. He almost reminds me, not almost, he does remind me of Jimmy Fallon. So completely diverse and multi-talented, from impressions to his quick wit,
To work
writing,
with him,
everything.
it was just me and him. And to work with somebody like that, it's just so...
So natural.
We talk about one thing and then it leads to another.
Oh, yeah.
And his people are so quick. It's right up on the screen what we're talking about. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen such a professional system like he has and the people that he's working with.
Oh, and he's actually got, what's that called? A heart. He's actually got a fucking heart.
No, yeah, he's
a good
real.
fucking
Like,
Are you saying that Howard's heartless?
No, I'm not
No.
talking about Howard.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Anthony is not only a multi-talented guy and a great entertainer.
He's just like
he's like us.
Human being. You understand? Right. You know what? That's what I like to meet. People that don't, think they're better than people and
drink their own Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, you drink your own Kool-Aid, or you get given to you by your people around you all the time. You begin to believe it, and that's why I never say. I tell my guys, don't fucking agree with me just to agree with me. I want to fucking, because you got a different opinion.
But you've always been down to earth. You've always been, just one of the guys. And same thing with Anthony. He's just such a dude. He's someone you could have a couple beers with, and he's the same as he would be on the show. What you see is what you get with Anthony.
Yeah, it's just fun, man.
You should walk in the Fastlane Daily Studio sometime where Derek does his show.
Yeah,
there's like Asians walking on his back, and he's getting pedicures, and they're bringing him hot tea and cold compresses for his eyes.
That would be
and
lovely.
He's yelling at them.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Well, that's what you got to do.
I'm like, what? I
yelling
scream at him,
throwing stuff at him.
Oh yeah.
No, wait a minute. Wait. Let me ask Trump. Trump, what do you feel about that? Well, how do you feel? Would you act like that?
Of course I'd act like that. Let me tell you something. I'd get him a gold desk, and it would be fantastical, huge. Other people who don't have a gold desk, idiots.
What you said about your daughter was pretty fucked up.
She's a bitch.
No.
She's hot.
Yeah.
She's got like 3 kids. Don't have any more. You're dumb.
He probably doesn't remember saying this, but he basically said that I love women. My daughter's a beautiful woman, and if it wasn't my daughter, I'd probably be dating her.
You said that, Donald?
God. Not exactly that way, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something.
Let Donald talk.
It was taken out of context. She's beautiful. Other people who thought I meant otherwise, idiots.
He's going to be a great I mean,
stop it.
If he runs with Carly, that lady who's very smart.
She's a smart woman.
She is.
Her nose looks like a sundial, but it doesn't matter. She's very intelligent. That's the winning ticket, because Hillary.
Could be.
Who's Hillary going to pick? What other guy would she pick?
I don't know.
I don't question. Just get someone new in there.
We need a saber-rattling warmonger. That's what we need right now. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we need fucking Trump because he doesn't give a fuck. Trump. You need someone to go in there and go, I'll fucking push this fucking button. I swear to fucking God.
Donald, can you say that?
The Donald doesn't care. Let me tell you something. I'll press that fantastical button.
I gotta admit, I'm not into politics, but
I would push the button if I knew which one it was.
Twitchell, we got sucked right back into a 1980s
Let me
movie.
tell you something. Stallone, you're my running mate.
I'm not. I can't run up the building.
Wait. Who did Running Man? Was it Sly or Arnold?
Running Man is Arnold.
It was Arnold, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that was me.
Derek, Owen A. or Stern? We're still on number 2.
I would have to go Howard Stern on top and Opie and Anthony on the bottom. I like Opie and Anthony, and I was never a religious listener to them, but every now and then. But Howard, ever since I had Sirius and XM in my car, I always listen to him, and that's been for like the past 5 years. So Howard on top.
I haven't listened in probably since the cops came to my house. So.
You know what it is though? It's the guests he gets on there.
Howard?
And the interview.
He's a good interviewer, man.
And
excellent.
I don't understand how he gets people. He gets huge A-list celebrities on the show.
Howard Stern.
No, I understand how he gets it. I don't understand how the mainstream media doesn't pick up some of the stuff they talk about. It's like, how is this not all over entertainment?
Because no
tonight?
one listens to satellite radio.
It's a dying thing. That's why the podcast is going to be the hugest thing, and that's why the documentary.
Mike,
is
Derek, PBR, you are the future, brother.
So are you guys.
You're here doing it
Nice.
too, right? I mean, come on, man.
I mean, it's going to be, it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and more people are going to say, "Oh my God!" It's just like I can sit down. I had a guy go, "I listened to 130 of your shows in 5 days because he just caught up.
You just can.
Is that addicting?
We've all done that, man. You know.
Yeah,
I
mean,
binge
and and that, that's something that I'll say Stern's on top as well because he's Stern. But one of the things that he says that I have a contention with is he's like, why? And this is perfect example. Is why do these podcasters? He's like, I don't get it. Number one, and number two, why do they all go on each other's shows? This right now, what we're doing here is the reason why we podcast.
Yeah.
So we can sit down and talk. People that normally would never get an opportunity to be in a room together.
Right.
And you get great content from that.
Yeah,
that's what
great
it is.
synergy, great chemistry, and all that.
Because we know what this is about. You know what I mean? And when I have you guys on my show, it's a whole,
right.
now,
You're meeting, networking. It's a whole thing.
Right.
It is, and it's something that there's so many good shows out there that people should. That's what this movie is going to do. It's going to show that some great entertainment is out there.
Yeah, we should probably plug it, right? What's a podcast movie?
What's a podcast movie?
Everybody should check that out. They're going to be in it. We're going to be in it. A lot of people are going to.
Yeah,
What's a podcast
Kevin Smith, Artie Lange,
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan's in it.
Did a
he's
thing.
hilarious,
Norton
man.
taped a little thing.
nice.
By the way, we haven't given him enough props. Jimmy Norton, always the sidekick of Opie and Anthony, and now, of course, it's Opie and Jim. Jim Norton's one of the funniest comics on the circuit today.
Hands down.
And such a great fucking guy. Just had to say that. I love Jimmy.
Top or bottom number 3, ISIS or the USSR.
Oh man,
Which doesn't exist anymore. But
I was gonna say, is this still around?
That's kind of the point of the question. What's a worse enemy? Who would you rather? Who's on top? Who's on bottom? You know.
ISIS is on top because they got to be killed. They have to be taken out with cluster bombs.
I like the way you did it. Your top or bottom in this number 3 is a hit list.
yeah. Because usually the bottom is the worst one.
Yeah, so I like it.
right.
No, it's good. I like the way you did that.
I mean, they got to be taken out, and so civilians. We lose civilians, and
every day.
it's time that you're going to learn a lesson. That's what Trump will do very good.
I'm not just piggybacking this. I actually agree. Yeah, ISIS I think is a huge problem. So definitely top.
We're
for
letting them grow. It's like a cancer that you
And
just leave.
unless you put a stop to it, the cancer is going to spread. And you're absolutely right, man.
We got to
need
get
fix it.
back to the country where people are afraid of us, not.
That's what I'm saying.
laughing
A
at us.
saber rattling warmonger like Donald.
Saber Riley.
Am I saying it wrong? Anyway, 60%. Am I 60%ing that? Is it warmonger or war mongrel?
Yeah, how is that, Donald?
No, it's manga.
It's a mantra.
It's a war mantra? Dennis, I don't think that's right. Cindy Lesperance,
Cha-ching.
our fact checker, please check that. What do you
I mean, the way we don't do it top or bottom, the worst one's on the bottom.
Yeah, but no, it's a hit list.
But I think a hit list.
It is a hit list now.
Who do we need to get rid of first? Is ISIS top priority to
gotta
get
go.
rid of?
ISIS has to go.
And the USSR doesn't exist anymore.
That's
So
true.
Is that unanimous?
Stupid
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
I apologize for asking.
No, you're
ISIS, and then we kill Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah,
The rest-
right? It's now WWE or
Went from
WWF.
80s movies
Yeah.
to classic wrestling now.
I like it.
Hey man, that was good. back
versus
then.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Top or bottom number 4, who's going to end the world? Is it going to be the weather or robots?
No. What's going to end the world is basically atomic bombs that are going to go off, and it's just going to be there's going to be no air to breathe. You understand?
Yeah.
That's
How is that
basically what's
not
gonna happen.
How has that not happened yet? Are you not amazed?
It's,
You know?
baby, I'm amazed at the way
You love me all the time.
Maybe I'm the way.
You moved me.
Go ahead. Hey, Aku. No, but that's what's going to happen. If we don't really step up, there's no way we should be dealing with Cuba. They are not going to give their people any money. There's no reason we should be paying Iran $60 billion not to bomb us. That's weak.
No, you're back on the other thing. He said, "What's going to end the world? Weather or robots?"
I don't. That's none of those things.
That's not how the game's played.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I was going to say, if anything,
all right, this
probably
new
us,
storm.
probably humans.
No, something's going to happen. A meteor, weather. So
Weather?
that's weather.
Okay. I'll count that as weather, right? Twitchell, what do you think?
Honestly, yeah, neither. Weather, robots, no bullshit. If anything, unless we make a change, it's going to be humans. It's going to be us. We're doing our own fucking damage, guys. Let's admit it. We got to fucking step it up and fix shit. Excuse me.
A
little bit of Max Headroom coming out of there, man.
Fuck, we got to get him one of them tables.
That's the Twitchell remix right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Do the Tourette.
Oh, wait. Do the Urkel.
Oh, remember that one?
Do the Urkel.
That was, that's old school.
Oh, Carl, big guy. Oh, sorry, I love family.
Urkel, do you know our friend Philip? Philip, do you know Urkel?
I haven't met him personally, but I think it's good to meet you, Twitchell.
No, Urkel.
Oh, Urkel. Oh, hey, Urkel. Did you do that?
Big guy. He doesn't know. I'm sorry.
Bob, I'm sorry I even brought it up. I'm sorry I started this.
Well, Mike.
You know what I mean?
Snap into a Slim Jim, brother. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the Kool-Aid guy.
Snap into a tree limb.
Robots.
Robots?
You think robots?
No, I don't know. Who cares?
I do. I really think it might sound like a crazy person, but I really think technology's taking
You're
us
right.
down,
You
man.
really think computers, like, it'll be down, everyone's going to go, fuck, maybe
No,
somebody poked me today on Facebook.
Yeah, they're going to poke you with what I think it's what you're saying. It's like the computers, whether it's hacked or they take over, are going to launch our weapons against us.
I think you got a point, Mike. I think you definitely got a point there. Technology, robots.
There's a way to relate it all together.
I love how the only person on this podcast ever to agree with me has been Twitchell.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Thank you, man.
You make
I
it
love
easy, man.
Thank you, dude.
But why-
Like minds, man.
Why
we
can't
both
we-
have speech impediments? We both think that robots are going to end the world.
I know, and we both do amazing things with our tongues. Right?
Mine are a little bit less than amazing, but
But
for effort,
we
brother.
should build a wall, like a globe around all these, bad towel people. You understand? Like,
bad towel people. Can you define bad towel?
well, whatever. The Taliban.
Yeah.
No. If they're gonna fucking be like this, you know what I mean? You got to calm down. If your people don't stand up and fight against that, then you're letting it happen, and you're knowing it's happening, and it has to be stopped. You know what I mean? Because why the fuck? What are you so mad about with us? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got
just
all the
go live
oil.
your life over there. Like,
Yeah.
what's the big
Go
deal?
build a sandcastle.
Like,
I'm
do
not
whatever you
bothered.
want.
As cliche as it sounds, you're right. Can't we just get along and just be happy?
I had one thing to say. I said,
beautiful place.
relax. Just relax. You obey that. You worship that guy. Go worship him. These
Yeah.
people, a different one. Go bang chicks and have a good time. What do you want to do?
They don't wanna-
jump in a pool. Watch a movie. I don't know.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. There's your slogan.
Yeah, dude.
Amazon and butt sex. What is the new one? I don't know. There's
I don't know, man.
It's crazy, man.
Oh man.
So the last one,
Yeah.
really,
All
let's
right.
bring it back a little bit, is, stand up or radio or podcasting. You know what I mean? Radio /podcasting. Because you come from the stand up. The podcasting thing, you've evolved to.
Yeah, I've been doing probably the podcast kind of thing since maybe 2007, but it wasn't called that. You know, it was you had to chat rooms and that
Chat
stuff.
room with a webcam.
sex location.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, nobody. No, but it was like
Oh, my
it was
God.
a site
Memories.
that we had shows on, and you were on the camera and you talk to the people in the room.
Pal Talk. Remember when Pal Talk came out?
No, it wasn't
Pal Talk,
that.
yeah.
What was Pal Talk?
Pal Talk was the first. Well, that's the first thing I remembered. That was like video with the internet, like when you could actually see the people that were making comments. Pal Talk.
Okay.
That was like around 2005. Opie and Anthony used Pal Talk back in 2005.
Yeah, I listened to the show for nothing.
It's probably expensive. I didn't have that.
No.
I wasn't sure if it cost anything actually. When it
No,
first
it
came out,
doesn't
but yeah.
now. And Stickem was big. Stickem or
That's
something
right,
like
Stickem.
that. I was
I
on
remember
there
that.
for a while.
Oh, I remember.
It was huge. And it was
Huge.
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 And now I'm on radio. God damn it. Radio.
PBR?
No. what's the other one I'm on?
Oh, the network.
I got to get the new one right.
Radio Skulls.
Yeah, why you're looking that up? You're also on a podcast with Sahari. What's her last name?
Sahari Candela.
Oh, you said it right.
got it.
There
I
you
got
go,
it
man. I know
right.
you have some issues with that.
Now she is so cool. I mean,
Ew.
I really dig her. I mean, she's got fucking fire, you know.
Yeah.
and unbelievable. She's got talent. She's got the drive, and she got that Cuban fucking blood in her. You know what I mean?
Feisty.
Well, yeah, well, I hope, if you
well, you
do
know,
it wrong, do it wrong.
I see Staten Island talking. You know?
Are you from the island?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school? Newdorp?
No, PS32.
Okay, sorry.
Then I went to Susan Wagner for 6 years, and I dropped out.
Okay.
You know?
What part of the island?
10308.
10308.
Great Kills, baby.
Oh, okay. The garbage dump.
Well, we don't like to. I worked there. I made fucking good money there.
Two things you can see from man-made objects you can see from outer space: the Great Wall of China and the Great Kills garbage dump.
Yeah, because it glows.
Yeah,
the shit that I can't even get into what happened when I worked there, really. Because
what's the strangest shit you saw? First of all, what did you do there?
Okay, I would work for.
Should we break it down for people who may not be familiar with Staten Island? What we're talking about?
It's the largest dump in the world.
All the garbage from Manhattan,
everywhere,
New Jersey, right? Or was it just New York?
No,
Jersey.
I think everywhere it would come from.
I didn't know it was the largest.
Oh yeah.
You could see it from outer space.
I thought you were just joking, saying that it's big.
That's factual.
No, I knew that was
Cha-ching.
Fact check it.
Oh man,
Fact check.
No, it was the biggest thing. So my job was to work with sanitation guys, and I worked for my mother's boyfriend's company, and we used to bring dirt in there. So we would put a stick in to measure the stick, how much dirt was in, and me and the other guy would argue, and then we'd write it down, and they would agree with me mostly because at the end of the week, I would hand him an envelope with $500 cash. So
grease in the wheel, my friend.
Yeah.
What's the strangest shit you found in that dump?
Oh, I didn't go into it, man. I just
you knew guys that like bulldozed it, moved it around.
Yeah.
What did they? Come on, there's got to be a
Any
story.
bodies?
Oh, they
Any
found
bodies,
bodies.
Bob?
Yeah, there's bodies there. There's you know what I mean? Come on, those fucking big things coming from the city that would float over.
What do they do with all that garbage?
They make a landfill.
Do you know how high it
huge.
got? It just got so high.
You probably drive by it all the time and don't even know you're driving by it. Like,
How do I drive by? I'm not on Staten Island
you
ever.
never drive to New York City?
I don't go through Staten Island.
Well, you don't even have to go through Staten Island to see it, right?
No, it's fucking big, man. I'm
Apparently
telling you.
nice.
How are they
It
dumping
looks like a
on-
beautiful park now when you drive by. It used to stink like shit.
It just like decomposed everything?
Yeah, they cover it up with dirt. It just gets keeping, another section. They put it garbage, cover it up with dirt, and it just gets fucking higher and higher. And one day, our kids will be playing baseball on top of that glowing fucking mountain.
I can't believe you didn't know that. man.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I did not know.
I did not know.
I did not know.
So back to the original question: is stand-up still number one, or is podcasting kind of taking over?
Absolutely. I mean, I love stand-up. I can't say that I love it every time on stage, because I do a show for whoever's there. I change it for them to make it their night.
Right.
Instead of just going up and doing what, most comedians go up and they have a total set act. I can go up there, do an hour of just
I've seen him
something.
do an hour just pure riffing. Every crowd's different. He works them. I love it, dude. It's a real treat if you get to see
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
Bobby.
but podcasting is another thing. When I'm doing it with my guys, I am so happy. I mean, right? Isn't it?
This is why we do it for these moments right
great.
now.
It
How
really
chill
is.
is this, right?
Yeah,
How
awesome.
chill.
It is. I mean,
it's very rare. We have a lot of different kind of people on our show because essentially, Pizza Beer Revolution, right? The pizza and the beer is what gets us in the room, but the show is about the revolution of our guests. So we all have all kinds of people in, and you never know what you're gonna get, And sometimes, like, you'll sit down with we have a weatherman that comes on once a year. My weather concierge is his name on social media, and like you always think that's going to be like a technically boring episode because you're going to talk about the weather, but
No.
it just turns into a conversation with a human being, man, and
Right.
and it always turns out to be a blast.
it
and you
adds
get
and
100%.
moves
You know what I mean?
on, like we
Right.
did at Rev Bob Levy. Now we're on Radio Misfits.
There it is. You've been looking at that. Those people
Nice.
watching YouTube for the last 10 minutes. Bob's been trying to find that, and he doesn't think robots are going to take over.
Because I've been fucking. I did the show last night real quick with Doug, and I just could not. I was saying the name totally wrong. He goes, "You weren't even close." He hits me up, but there's nothing like this because this is something people say, "Oh, radio's so hard. Radio's so hard." And I told people I am going to do 24 hours straight, okay? And to show you that I will not have a dead spot, I will have people in the chat room, and boom, and I will continue. And I ended up making it, I think, 22 and a half hours.
Wow.
Before I just totally, because I was supposed to have a guest come in, I go, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, you were probably just mush by then.
Yeah, but I was like, I go, look, even if I got the fucking, this is how I grabbed the fucking phone book and went to the yellow pages and started with A and then just made jokes about it. You know what I mean? And went straight through.
Oh, that's kind of that's a good idea.
It's just good practice. This is the best thing for stand-up because you got to be quick. You know what I mean? You have
Keep
to
showing your toes.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, you have to be on your fucking toes.
Absolutely.
But you got to love him. I mean, I don't know where the fuck I found him. I remember finding
Dump, right?
yeah, I found Gino in Delaware one time, with his sandals on. Did he wear sandals when he was here last week?
I can't remember if he wore sandals when he was here.
He's like a fucking hippie fuck.
Gino's.
He's funny.
He's great.
Oh, I love Gino.
Scotty's awesome.
I found him and Keith Pennell together.
But you're right. It's so weird because me and Bob both have been he's been in entertainment for over 25 years. I've been in entertainment for almost 20 years. So I've been acting since I was 7, just turned 30. So, and it's weird because we both live in the same town and before we even knew each other. Yeah, it's such a small fucking world.
I didn't know he lived there till I heard him from 18 blocks away.
Oh yeah, you'll hear him.
Yeah. But he actually, when he lived with me, that was the weirdest fucking thing. Because,
when he lived with you?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Okay, he'll come to my house and he's like, all right, I gotta take my jacket off to do the radio. All right, I gotta take my jacket off, and then he'll just grab a closet door and just yank it if it slides or whatever. It doesn't matter. And
he's too particular, guys.
yeah, but he fucking pulls the thing right off the fuck. My wife goes, "What happened to the door?" I go, "He had to hang it." She goes, "He can't put it on a fucking chair. He wasn't allowed to touch anything in my house."
He told me not to put anything on a chair because your dogs will fucking get to it.
No.
That's a good one.
I'm losing them.
No, but anything that he touches, he
They're called
breaks.
headphones.
Headphones! Dennis! Fix these headphones!
There you go.
Yeah. But you burnt.
But that was a real treat, right? Me living there for
No,
what,
that
6,
was
7
fucking torture, man. I wish I was in that fucking camp in fucking Guatemala Bay or whatever.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah.
Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Cock meat sandwich.
Those
right?
motherfuckers. We can't believe we're trading fucking them. You know?
Well, your podcast partners, people, man.
What?
That's the Hari's people.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no. Truthfully.
Only a little bit. No, her people are good. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's basically Cuban. But she's not,
What do you mean, basically?
She's Cuban and part, whatever.
The other thing?
Egyptian.
Is she really?
Something like that, yeah. But she has a little, but no. But I'm saying that, these motherfuckers had it good. And, you're supposed to torture them to get a little, how the fuck you got to say, tell us where the bomb is? Oh, you don't know? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
What are you going to do?
I'll see you at breakfast.
Hopefully you change your mind. We'll give you some square meals in the meantime.
You know what I would do? I would play Caddyshack 2 over and over.
Oh, God.
There has been those tactics. Like they played like Britney Spears, like Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Are you
over and
serious?
over and
They've
over.
done that?
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating.
We are a cruel motherfucking country.
Yeah, they've done that.
Holy
100%.
I got to run to the bathroom real quick, but let me ask a question.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're
it's
good.
unacceptable.
Yeah,
You can't.
yeah.
We're not gonna, we don't allow it.
Yeah.
Stand up, number one, because there's nothing in this world that makes me feel more fucking alive than when I'm on stage,
Right
especially
on.
when I'm killing, crushing. Stand up, definitely top and bottom podcast, but what do you call it? All types of radio. But you're right, podcast, man. It's just nothing feels better than just being able to say anything and not censored, Yeah.
And look at it.
Just like that.
Don't forget to take your headphones off before you go to the bathroom. You almost got up with him on.
He's going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Yeah,
would
exactly.
you say, Arnold?
I'll be back.
Oh, there you go.
We go pee now.
But this is so you can do this anyway. See, this is like you remember when in Goodfellas when Joe Pesci thought he was getting made and he came down the basement, and this is like where they play.
You thought you were coming to a podcast, Twitchel, but you really getting greased.
He's
getting whacked off.
Yeah, he's getting whacked off. I would go stand up on top. Of course.
We've had that question before, right? And you always go with that.
Yeah, I always go stand up on top. I mean, anytime you're on stage making people laugh, it's crazy. You're in control.
But
and then when you have them right here,
think of how hard it is, truthfully, but to go up there in front of people that you don't know.
You just have this and you
have to make them laugh, and when they laugh out of control, it's fucking amazing.
Have you? And I'm sure 25 years in you have, but have you bombed?
Not a lot. I really don't. I mean, it's very hard for me to bomb because
even like starting, like way back. What is that moment like?
The whole ride home, you want to punch yourself in the face.
Oh, it's miserable.
It's the most. You can't sleep. You know what I mean? It's so terrible. But and that's why you work hard to get to the point where you can work any kind of audience to make sure that you know what I mean. I've never in a long time done anything worse than good or really good. The worst, Yeah. Because you go up there, it's something when they can tell you love it. When people can tell you you love your job. That's the whole. Most comedians go up there and go, I just want to get my money and get out of here.
Right, and you can tell. The audience can tell.
Yeah, it's like, and then to call them stupid if they don't get a joke. I tell comedians, if they don't laugh at the joke that night, it's not a joke. So just make believe you were talking and go on.
Keep moving.
Oh, that's actually a good philosophy.
Or make fun of the fact that no one laughed.
No, you never do, because then, people go, oh, I guess you didn't like that. And then they're going, well, maybe this guy isn't funny. You know what I mean? So you make believe the joke was not a joke to begin with.
Right.
Yeah, that's one reason. I mean, I don't think I've ever said like, oh, well, that didn't work. I think I like tried to, anytime a joke like literally would fall flat, I would rework it on myself or something. I wouldn't say, oh, that wouldn't work. Or
you move it around. You can always make it into something funny about it falling.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's a simple thing. Comedy is very simple if you really think about it. Running a comedy club is very simple, but most people can't do it because they're fucking idiots. And it's so simple to do, and they just don't have a clue. And it's fucking like you go to these places and they have a horrible sound system. That's the one thing you need.
Yeah, you're going to spend money somewhere in a comedy club. Get some speakers.
Yeah, you need to be able to hear the comedian and not with like a tinny thing. You have to have the best sound, the perfect lights. That's all you need. That's it.
Remember Rascals in Ocean Township?
Yeah. Did you ever perform there?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they had. I thought they had a great setup and stuff, but they ran it into the ground. Like the owner was.
Well, I guess there was like a boom, and you could speak better than I can to this, but there was a boom in the 80s of stand-up clubs. Yeah. And then in the 90s, I feel like they vanished.
No, what happens is like what's happening now, okay? Clubs they're more scared. Like, okay, if one person walks out because they're offended, everyone's like, oh my God.
They're going to tweet about it.
And basically what they're doing, since the economy's really bad, they're cutting down the money. Like, there's a bunch of us on a level that they don't like to pay anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you got to kind of do stuff yourself now. And then they'll go down to a headliner that'll make $800 for the weekend. And sometimes it's a middle. You know what I mean? You got, it's not the headliners you had. So by not spending money in this time, you're destroying comedy, basically. Because if people come to a show and they're going to say, what the fuck was that? If it's funnier on TV, something is wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
It should always be funnier at the club.
And live, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like, but you cannot cut corners, especially you have to. Trump would tell you this: when things are tight, you have to spend money to get people to come into your place.
So when the comedy clubs close the doors, like Rascals and the the ones in towns, not in the city, where did the comedy go?
It went anywhere, It doesn't matter. I mean, there's places all over the country, Canada, everywhere. There's always somebody.
But it didn't transition to a different medium. You know what I mean? Like,
private parties, man.
Yeah.
I do tons of them. I do them for all kinds of groups of people. Sometimes they might put a gun to your head, but it doesn't matter. You get paid good money and you have fun.
I feel like that comedy has kind of transitioned. I feel like the comedy stores are coming back, like the comedy clubs are coming back. But I also feel like podcasting, clip shows, social media. I feel like that's kind of where comedy is going now. What do you?
Well, okay. One thing I realized from social media is that when all the clubs don't want to advertise. They don't want to spend money. So they expect you to fucking tweet about your fucking show over and over and over.
So do you find
put
people
it on your Facebook. And let me tell you something. Out of if you're doing a room that's 200 people and you say you do 4 shows, so 800 people come in, maybe 4 a show came from Facebook or Twitter.
You think?
If the numbers are so fucking low because it's more for this audience that stays home.
Yeah.
That's their enjoyment. Do you understand? Their enjoyment is to go on the computer and get away from regular life and laugh and talk about what they want to. These are not the people that are out. If you notice on like Friday afternoon, if you're on Twitter, you go back on when you come back Friday night, the same people are on. You see what I'm talking
and
about.
we're comics. It is our job to promote, and it's all well and good. But Bob's right. You can't solely rely on just social media.
It's not my fucking
gigs.
job. My job is to go on and
Make
kill.
people laugh.
But do you find that clubs are hiring people because they have a bigger following?
Oh, sure.
But it's not paying off from what you're saying.
It doesn't pay off
If they
for
do
the
nothing.
comedy business because of the talent. When you cannot cut down on talent. All you're going to do is shut your doors down in the long run. So, I don't give a shit. I'll always survive because I know what the next thing is.
Like I always say, Elvis Presley, if he were still alive, could be playing, at your local stadium. Guess what? No one's going to show up if they don't know he's there. It's all.
They'll be like, Elvis, put it on your Facebook and Twitter. And they'll be like, baby, I don't know how to do that.
Is that Sly impersonating Elvis?
No, but it's like ridiculous that they expect you to bother your people. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do the podcast. I put it up there a few times. You know what I mean? I on Twitter, I put it up. Then I write back to myself with different people.
Sure.
And then I do it again, and I do it another time, 3 times. So it's 6 things that go out. That's actually 3 tweets. And that's how we get listeners. I never really basically went on big stations and plugged it. It was all just word of mouth after a while. And we got to
But if the timing's right and he happens to do like Stern, Opie, and Anthony, or if we do Preston and Steve, like a big radio show, it does work out to the benefit of everyone. We get to plug a gig. But that's what's the word? Promoter.
Sure.
So they got to do their fucking job and not just solely rely on the comics.
Because it's bullshit. When you get a call 2 days before and they're like, we only got 40 tickets. Well, what are you telling me for? Why don't you fucking put an ad in the paper? Why don't you get me on a radio station that's in town? Everything is in town that sells. You understand?
Yeah, hire someone to go out and promote it. Be the guy, the people on the street in New York City do it around here or whatever.
Local radio is what sells. Local radio, local advertisement. That is your audience. You might have people come from all over, but any club that does really good when you go to, I'm going to Florida in November for like a couple weeks, but I'll go on like Sid Rosenberg's show, and he's huge out there.
Yeah,
and but it just works. You understand?
Especially
because if you have 100,000 Twitter followers, right? You're doing a show in Florida. How many of those followers are even
what I'm
in
saying.
Florida?
Right.
I looked at my thing. I had like 50 something. 1,000, but I looked at them and they're all over. You know what I mean? They're
All
in
over
all
the
the
map.
countries.
Oh
like-
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Saudi Arabia. I have a lot. I guess we have troops over
Not
there.
after they listen to you on this episode.
Oh no,
Right?
They fucking
They're all
love
turning it right off.
me. No,
Not the troops, the towels.
no, they love me.
Can I say
so.
that?
The towels.
The towel.
Hey,
the
need to dry
bad
off? What's
towels.
going on?
You
You wet?
said the bad towels,
No,
right?
no, the bad towel people.
Yeah. But you're right.
You know?
Plugging gigs on, especially popular podcast shows like PBR, is always a great opportunity. Like October 9th and 10th. Where are we going to be, Bobby?
I don't know. Artie took my plugs to read when I left. We're going to be
Connecticut,
go to
Connecticut.
RevBobLevy.com. I'm going to be on Staten Island on the 8th. We're doing a
At the kills, the great kills.
no, we're doing a benefit to help out 3 families.
Nice.
Mick Foley's doing
yeah.
Friday.
Mick Foley, the wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler.
Yeah.
What is your tie to
Mankind.
WWE? You have a tie to wrestling.
Oh yeah, I did wrestling.
You used to
yeah.
wrestle.
I did. Me.
What do you mean you used to wrestle?
Okay,
like in
first,
high school?
Let's get to the beginning. Me and Jim Norton. I was called to do Shane McMahon's bachelor party, which is on a cruise that went out from New York, and I brought Norton with me.
Shane
okay?
McMahon is the son of
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
That's correct.
Yeah, and basically it went really good, and they were very happy with me and the way I sound. And they go, "Man, you got a good voice. Maybe you can do, learn a few bumps and that shit.
Develop a
And
character."
So my neighbor had the Monster Factory, which is a place where a lot of the guys came from that are big. It's
Big
a-
wrestling training facility
Yeah.
in Jersey.
So I went there and trained. I did a few matches.
And you became who? What was your wrestling name?
the Heartbreaker Bobby Slayer.
Heartbreaker Bobby Slayer.
I'll
They
send
didn't
you-
let you keep the Reverend?
No, man, I love the somebody had the best line. They go, "You look like a broken down Shawn Michaels."
So wait, this is what year is this?
I was 34, 19 years ago.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
this is still like WWF at the time.
Yeah,
right? And,
probably,
And you
yeah.
had like good
Yeah.
guys and bad guys. Like Hogan's big.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it's
oh,
like
yeah.
Nikolai Volkov,
Right.
right? And they're
King
all the
Kong Bundy,
all the
Jake
bad
the
guys.
Snake.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Old
it was
school.
it was the prime of probably wrestling.
And you get in the ring with Rowdy Piper?
No, I wasn't in that. I was in the, it's like the farm. Like that's when you start. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
where you were taught. And
Like
you know,
house shows,
Yeah.
I had like about 5 matches.
So who's the biggest guy you went up against? Somebody.
Somebody that was 5'10". No,
Oh, okay.
no, nobody big. You know
Okay.
what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just the people at the school.
No, but I'm talking about physically big.
No,
No monsters.
No, it was like, some of the guys, you know what I mean, were fucking, really big and fat and that shit.
Yeah.
But
What do you do? I know it's choreographed.
Yeah.
But you're how tall are you?
I'm 6'1"
6,
almost.
right? Maybe 200 pounds back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess that's a pretty big dude.
But I did work out, and when I work out, I can get pretty jacked. But the whole thing is that the guy that's losing is doing all the work. If you're winning, you're just guiding the person. You understand?
Okay.
If you give him a hip toss, you're just like guiding his head. You move his head under, so you tuck it in.
Yeah.
You're right, Mike. It's choreographed. It's a dance.
Yeah, so break it down for us. Like, how much is a dance, and how much of it is like you get pissed off because he hits you a little bit too hard and becomes aggressive.
If somebody does fuck up, you do get mad. I mean, one guy basically when they throw you into a turnbuckle, like from the middle of the ring,
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that they're just making believe they're throwing you. You're the one running and spinning
Running
around
into
and
it.
doing the thing. One guy was like, he fucking drew me, and I flipped around just in time, and I hit the bottom turnbuckle, and I was like, fuck, I got up, and you know what I mean? And then I just fucking, I got him in the corner, and I did like a side kick, like basically into his ribs, and I didn't pull back. You know what I mean?
And he knows at that point, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
they know.
I mean, it's very physical.
Oh, no,
I mean,
yeah.
wrestling is so.
Let me-
you got to be an athlete.
Let me
you
tell
know?
you something, man. It really does. I mean, I can, you do the bumps by yourself because you would learn. You would do the front flips by yourself. and then that's how you learned when you got a clothesline. You're basically throwing yourself back. And you're landing basically on the back, of your shoulders, and the lower back is arched, and your ass is basically hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
So it takes a little because look, let me tell you something. The ring is not soft. Okay,
Yeah.
It's not. It's fucking
Anybody that says wrestling's fake, okay, in the sense of yes, they write the
predetermined.
sketches.
Yeah, I
it's
think fake
entertainment.
is-
Yeah, but dude, they take a beating. These wrestlers.
100%.
Great
Absolutely,
athletes,
just like
man.
athletes. Exactly.
No doubt
no,
about
they're very good athletes.
I gotta
Let me
say
tell
this
you.
though, guys. I have to, since we're on the subject. Bobby knows this. One of my best times of my life. I just turned 30 actually on 9/11. Two tragedies happened that day. I know.
That's part of your bit. That's
Never
part of
right to laugh.
Well, it's weird because I'm like, oh my god, 20s are gone. I'm 30 now. I still consider myself young, but for my 21st birthday, ready for this? I rented a wrestling ring because my idea was I wanted to have a party and not just be for me. I wanted everyone to have a good time. So I'm very good friends with King Kong Bundy, and his real name's Chris Pallies, but yeah, Bundy, one of the greatest legends of wrestling ever. Ready for this? What a fucking mouthful that
Is
was.
his tongue still green? Oh, no, that's
You
not
ready
Bunny.
for
That's
this?
George the Animal.
Oh yeah, he was
My
the best.
21st birthday party, wrestling ring, professional size wrestling in my backyard with a fucking arena tent over it with ready King Kong Bundy, Tito Santana, Jimmy Superfly Snuka,
No,
and
the
the Patriot.
Snuka?
And Snuka and the Patriot all fucking wrestling in my backyard.
What?
And Tony
That's
Luke
awesome.
catered it. Fucking awesome.
What? How the hell does that happen?
Hey, my life is so fucking random. It's amazing.
People do anything for money.
That's the bottom line.
It's
He hooked it up
like,
for free
please
to
don't tell
Bundy.
anybody about this.
I'll tell you when I'm here and I did your 21st.
Yeah, Snuka, what are you doing next? I'm doing Twitchels.
No, he's
21st
probably
birthday's
doing
backyard.
time.
I know, the murder charge.
Yeah, that came
Oh,
back, man. See,
Yeah.
he was a nice guy. I got to meet him, and he smokes like fucking.
I was going to say, as long as we
chain
kept
smoke.
giving him cigarettes, he was fine.
Yeah.
What would you say, like Rocky in the movie Rocky? I think it's Rocky 2 or 3 when he
Hulk Hogan.
does Hulk Hogan, Thunder Lips. You know how Hogan's acting all badass, and then at the end he takes pictures with his kids.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's like after a wrestling match.
Oh
Right?
yeah, no, you're all friends, and
Oh, yeah.
and you have to work together because somebody can be, paralyzed.
Hurt
Yeah.
or killed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So,
it's happened.
I
It's
mean,
happened.
one of the kids, one of the last matches I had, this kid, me and him were great. It was our best match, and it was unbelievable. He was a small guy, and then he almost broke his neck, and he was done after that, like the next match or something, or during practice, Because basically, you stand up, right? You're in a line. And boom, you come across, you're getting clothesline, you get up, you go back up. You know what I mean? It goes in, it keeps going really quick. And you got the ring, you got to run the ring, the ropes, boom, boom. And you got to hit him perfectly. You're basically hitting it like maybe about 4 feet. You're throwing your body into it, and you get that little swing off it. And because most people would run to it and then put their arm on it. And when when you would go over the ring, you would just hook your arm and you take a clothesline and hook your arm and throw yourself over and take the land. So whoever was losing is doing all the work.
Yeah.
If you're winning,
That's
it's
interesting.
simple.
That's interesting. Next time I watch wrestling, I'm going to watch who's losing just so I can be like, oh, yeah.
Look at that guy
The
sweating.
Rev.
That guy's sweating like Twitchell. The other guy's not even.
And the Rev's right.
It's not even breaking sweat yet. Hogan never got greasy.
Yeah, man, you'll see them kind of talk to each other in the corner. It'll be like the
little whispers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an awesome sport. It is a sport, and yeah, it's great entertainment. Yeah, they had to change it because World Wildlife
Yeah, the
Federation?
World
Yeah.
Wide.
Yeah, World Wrestling Federation, the World Wildlife Federation.
Is that what it was? World
Yeah.
Wide.
Yeah, well, after all those years, they finally got upset. I mean, what the
I know, it was weird.
I know.
It's like change your fucking name.
I like that. Guys, when's the last time you heard the sound?
Oh my God. I was in an M for M chat room when I was 13.
An M for M? What is that, dude?
Men for men.
Men.
I thought it was for candies.
Come on, internet. Great day.
I love the green ones.
He likes the chocolate ones.
I don't discriminate on flavor.
Does it really melt in your mouth?
It does. Oh, zinga.
Yeah, that noise probably it had to be like 98. Yeah, around 98.
I was good. I guess right around then, 97, 98.
This is
No.
95, American AOL first came out in 1995.
You guys had an instant
America
messenger?
Online.
Oh,
Yeah, I am.
This sound is a segment we like to call the Armchair Futurist, right? This show's really about the revolution to you guys. And the year's 2050. We want to ask you what your revolution, what comedy is going to look like at 2050. But before you answer that question, Derek and I want to take a shot and kind of guess your AOL Instant Messenger screen name, if that's okay.
Go for it.
What do you think?
What it was?
Yeah, don't say it because we want to try to guess what it is. Derek, you want? Oh, look, Derek's probably. You got it written down?
No.
Go ahead, you go first.
On who? Twitchell?
Sure. We're gonna have the same one.
So you probably had AOL first, right?
Yeah.
And your name's Lewis.
That's correct.
So I feel like it was like LC. Your last name begins with a C. Like LC.
Take your time. Sound it out.
84. I don't know.
LC Tourette's 84.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna say. Oh no, Twitchell didn't come on until way
Twitchell didn't
later,
come,
right?
Yeah. I had Tourette's my whole life, but the Twitchels, the nickname didn't come around until 2005.
I'm gonna say it's kind of like I was gonna go with Twitchell 911, but that's totally off.
No.
It's got to be more like I don't know, Shaky Sticks 911.
Shaky Sticks 911. Shaky Sticks.
No, are either of us.
Are you wanna
Bob,
guess,
you want
Bob?
to guess what it was? You probably chat with him in the M&M room.
No.
Are you really 18?
Cockmonga 27.
What was it?
All good guesses, guys. Ready for this? It's so weird. You never forget your first. Showbiz Kid 16.
Oh,
shit.
we forgot about
I remember
that.
that.
Showbiz Kid 16 at AOL.com.
I'm a little ashamed of you, Derek.
I should have. I'm usually really good at this game.
That was your email address. Yeah. back
Believe it or
then.
not, still active. Still
Showbiz
active,
Kid.
yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you a hint on mine because you're never gonna guess it. It has something to do with wrestling.
Oh, it does?
Okay.
I'm way off then. I was going to say...
Go ahead, say it.
I was going to say like won't be the last 233. Just thinking like, like when you meet a girl online, you're just straight up saying you won't be the last. Because you've been married 3 times. Not funny. That was terrible, right?
No.
I'm going to edit that part out of the show.
I don't know. Something like heartback.
Broke back.
No, not broke back. Well, you said your like wrestling was like heartbreak. Oh, that came later though.
Yeah, but so think about this.
Something like heartbreaker, heartback breaker, or like
There's a number in there though.
Well,
You
like
gotta guess that
suplex.
number.
Yeah, it's always a number.
Always a number.
suplex 77. I don't.
What was it?
Oh, let me guess.
Twitchell, yeah, get it
Yeah.
All right, so the number's usually the birth year.
No,
Okay,
I
ready?
don't.
Okay, Ringmaster 47.
Oh, that's not bad.
It was. If you remember this wrestler, he used to go by the nickname.
Oh, it was a wrestler.
Big Daddy Cool.
Oh,
Diesel.
Oh,
Diesel.
and no number.
No,
Just
no.
Big
I was
Daddy
gonna say,
Cool,
it's usually a
man.
number.
Wait, it was Big Daddy Cool.
Yeah.
Big Daddy
No.
Cool.
But I had everybody,
K-O-O-L?
I spent it, it had to be spelled different because people had the real name.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Mine was-
awesome. I love guessing that.
Mine was Skate Doctor 17.
And he still uses it.
No, I
You still hit him up on
and
it.
8 was the skate.
But don't-
SK8.
Yes.
But he wasn't cool like skateboarding. He was rollerblading. But we're not even going to get into that.
I was a sponsored rollerblader. We're talking rails, ramps, and half
Nice.
pipes. All right?
Really?
Sweet, man.
I muted this microphone. Nobody wants to hear about that.
Mike, what was your screen name?
Wait a minute.
That's the cock gobbler. Dude.
He definitely had his name Mike in it. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
yeah, I think
it was Yankee fan 23.
That'd probably be Rangers something.
Man,
Little Mikey 19.
Little Mikey 19, you know what it was.
Yeah, but I forget. But
You don't know
I
how
count.
close you were. I was one of those douches. It was just my name, Polano, and 22 was the number.
Oh yeah, because
Nice.
the football number.
Yeah, you were damn close, man.
Yeah.
So the just threw me off. So the year's 2050. You're sitting back in your reclining chair. What does the comedy or podcasting, however you want to attack it, what does that industry look like in 2050? 35 years from now? I'm not a math major, but I think that's
Something like that.
right.
Something like
Carry
that,
the
yeah.
7.
35. Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Okay, from my coffin, I have this great sound system. No, it's basically going to be in a. The studio will be with like air from like Vegas. You know what I mean? The fresh air pumped in to keep everyone going.
Yeah.
There will be robot chicks as they're doing the podcast.
That's a first.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. You just can't spill a drink on them.
That's where he went.
Yeah, I was going good with it. But no, and it basically, and people are going to go, you remember that radio? It used to be radio, and then it'd be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, there was this stuff in the car, and you turn the dial, and the same song was on over and over on every channel, and there was basically nothing to listen to. And I'm like, I don't remember that. And I go, you're lucky.
Yeah. And that's the best 2050. That's better, almost as good as the
Cat genocide.
I was
of
actually going to
2048.
say that's my answer. I want to still side with Mikey on the era of robots aspect. I think in 2050, entertainment is going to be just as big and entertaining as ever. But I think we'll actually have robot actors. I think we'll have robot actors.
Robot like animatronics or like almost like animation.
Yeah, like that Alan Thicke Disney movie. What was it? Almost Human or something? Remember he had the robot son? Remember that? Yeah. Chip. His name was Chip.
I do remember. I don't remember his name, but yeah, you got it.
I'm just a fucking
like computer
nerd.
chip.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, they already do like the hologram thing. Like they've done like Tupac performing as a hologram, and they'll probably have like an exact MJ lookalike that's not a person. That's like a robot cyborg thing dancing like Michael Jackson. Go watch a whole concert. Pick a concert. Whatever, like I want to watch the 89 concert from
I want to see
Thriller.
the concert where he took the 18 boys back to the house. Too soon.
On that note, I mean, we might as well end it on that, right? Like to a screeching halt. We got the producer was waving the white flag over the corner. Hit the button! Hit the button!
Too soon.
Wow.
Guys, thank you so much for coming out, man. This was great.
Thank you so much.
Yo, dude, this was a fucking awesome time. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out. On the way out, is there anything you guys want to plug?
Just go to RevBobLevy.com and
and check us both out. Me and the Reverend Bob Levy will be in Connecticut October 9th and 10th. RevBobLevy.com.
and Staten Island the 9th and 10th and the 11th or whatever. RevBobLevy.com. Go check it out.
You got it, brother.
Twitter handles.
I'm not too much into social media, but
Yeah.
believe it or not, I actually prefer
I'm
to
gonna
have
get
Rudy
him
in
on.
front.
All right.
At the Rev Bob Levy, and I started following everybody back that follows.
Right on.
But you can look me up on Facebook, just Louis Centanni, right on Facebook. Check me out, guys.
Pizza Beer Revolution. You can find us on the web, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram us. Give us some love, and we'll love you back. Don't follow Derek D, though.
At the Derek D.
See you.
You already knew that.
Thank you, guys.
I was.